Well, wow. That was an interesting day to watch kind of transpire. We saw the circuit breakers kick in, where the S&P was down 7%. Have a 15-minute pause, I believe it was, in the market this morning. Pretty glad I put out that video last night, kind of warning you that this was coming. I think there is more pain ahead. The travel stocks are getting it pretty good. They're still going to get it. Banks are getting it good. Still coming. Oil companies. Whoa. That was frightening. Um, I'm in the Silicon Valley, and I hate to say it, but I think tech stocks, they're going to get theirs here in the next couple of weeks as more and more companies are going to report just bad earnings, right? There's such high PEs. And again, I know sales reps, right? And they're all talking to me about how their pipelines have been, blown up, and they're still quote unquote forecasting and upside and commit and, all this nonsense that sales rep talk. It's just not there, right? They're afraid for their jobs. So, man, not good. But I want to talk about why this is a good time and why I think this is when investors come out. So we're going to talk about this from a real estate perspective. I believe it is true for stocks as well, but I am clearly not a stock guy. I watch it all the time, but I watch to understand what the consumer is doing. Are they feeling rich or poor? Are they being greedy or fearful? And I think it is without question, they are afraid. So people are afraid. So what that means is in real estate is owner occupants are going to stop going to open houses. They're going to stop writing offers. I think a lot of sellers are not going to list. So what is going to be left is properties that have to sell. And what's going to happen on the buyer side, or what I call investors, we're going to find out who's a real investor. I've been very clear on this channel that I think multifamily is overpriced, and I've sold. I sold to raise cash and on purpose. I kind of feel like a genius today because we did that early. I now look to be very aggressive buying houses this year, especially rental houses below the median that are great deals. So if you're interested in real estate investing, if you've heard any of my messages, they all ring true. I hope they ring even more true today. You need to spend time learning your market. You can't go to real estate meetups and hear about some other city that you have never been to and go, yeah, I want some of that. I want some cheap this or cheap that. I am afraid all the California and maybe East Coast, West Coast investors who plunked money down in the Midwest, some of those manufacturing areas are going to lay people off because they don't have supplies. So it's going to get worse before it gets better. That said, if you're looking and understand your market and know what a great deal is, hi Kyle, how are you? Thanks for watching. This is the time. This is the time. You need to do your homework. What I would tell you to do is, the headlines are so negative, people are going to get stressed out. I want you to spend March looking at your market, not writing offers, not doing deals, not reading CNBC. Just look at your market. Figure out what a good, great, bad, average deals are. Do that in March. If you do this in March, by the time you get to April and May, you will know more than most. You will understand what is a great deal. What I want you to be doing is looking at those and understanding. And I'm going to be very aggressive. Originally, I was thinking maybe getting 3, 4, 5 houses this year. I think we are going to be able to get a lot more than that, and probably for less down because I'll get seller financing, right? If you have to sell, creative financing becomes an option, subject to, right? I have a whole office in Fresno called the Hub, where I hope to reach out and help people who are affected by this. And some of them will have houses that they paid too much for and they lost their job, or they get transferred to Texas or want to go to Colorado or whatever. This is the time. I do not want to hear anybody call me lucky again. I invested in a hot market, 2003 to 2008. We moved all our equity into apartments because they were ignored and houses were expensive. Then when the market went down, we bought everything we could. We borrowed private money. We raised private money. We paid 10%. We paid double-digit interest rates, but we were buying houses at $50K or less that rented for $1,000 or more. So do the math. So we're getting ready to be pretty aggressive. Lots of people who watch this channel call themselves real estate investors. I think a lot of people have been following the masses, and it scares me, right? I go to meetups simply to see what people are talking about. What we are going to find now is who's an investor and who is chasing the crowds. The people that were chasing the crowds, you're going to retreat. You're going to sit on your cash. You're going to be scared. You're going to stay in your house and do nothing. And then by 2022, when housing is back, you're going to be like, what happened? The true investors, they're going to spend March doing what I tell them to do. Look at houses every day. Get a feel. Watch it change. Watch pendings drop. Watch for properties to come off, come back. Watch for price reductions. Days on market are going to expand. This changing of a seller's to a buyer's market is going to be awesome, and it is going to be quick. But if you don't do your homework, how do you know? The best thing I've created is this real estate course that allows you to learn your market. It tells you, step one, do this every day for 15 minutes. Be very selective and look at an asset type in an area because it's building experience. And as the market changes here, you're going to be able to see what's coming. And, what was a good deal in January will be an average deal in April. That's how this stuff transitions. People always ask me, well, what rate do you look for? Now the course is what made you a success. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate that. When people ask me what rate I look for, I always tell them because I answer all questions, but you got to realize I change as the market changes. January, 6%. Maybe by April, it's 8. If this gets really bad by August, it's 10. Right? Back in 2010, it was 15. It changes. But it really changes on consumers. That's why I look at two things, cost of capital and consumers, because consumers are my competition. And investors, true investors who do their homework, understand conservative financing, and are ready to take action and not be a fad, you can make good decisions. If you're a fad or momentum investor, you're about to get hurt. You bought at the peak. You're a limited partner in some overpriced syndication. Your preferred return is about to go to zero because they can't pay it, because people aren't paying rent. If it gets bad enough, you'll get a capital call. I mean, this can get scary if you don't know your market. The deals that we will be doing will be great deals. We'll be adding them. We'll have multiple exit strategies. I've just told my wholesalers at the Hub, I want to buy as many houses as possible this year because I want to stack inventory, right? I want to do as many owner finance deals as feasible or as possible, because by the time we get to 2021 or 22, this will all be back and we will just have that artificial pop. When consumers come in, prices go up. When consumers leave, prices go down. When they come in and go down. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read this book. It's the only reason we were able to financially free is we rode the market up. We moved our equity. We followed it down. Apartments go up. We sell again, come down. Watch this channel. I tell you what I'm doing every day. Sometimes I'm early, which a lot of people gave me a hard time for when I was selling my apartments. I got to tell you, I feel like a pretty smart guy today because having a good cash balance means I can make some great decisions. So again, I think today, if you're a true investor, is an exciting day. All the weak hands get washed out, competition disappears. We can make 2020 could be the best investing year of the decade, because the American economy is amazing. It is going to fix itself. It is going to rebound in a huge way. We're going to compress that spring so much, it's going to explode higher. So at the end of the day, I am, I'm a human being. I feel folks. Yes, 2020 is going to be our year, Richard. I firmly believe that. Thank you for watching every day. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing these live streams. Some people give me a hard time for not editing my videos, but if I had to edit my videos, I wouldn't have any fun and I'd stop. So I just do them live and we see what happens. So again, close this out. 2020 could be the best year of investing for the entire decade. But you need to do your homework. Agree with me that you will do your homework in March. If you don't know what I'm talking about, spend $200, buy the course below. It's $199. You know what? I'll give you the coupon code, book 20, $20 off, and you get an autographed book of this. So $179. Yes, I believe there will be lots of failed escrows. Yes, I prefer them, Kyle, live as well. I don't want to edit videos. Not good. So again, this is going to be an amazing time. But back to the close. 2020 could be the best if you're an investor, 2020 could be the best year of the decade. But you've got to do your homework. Learn the market. Do what's going on. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go below. And I just gave you $20 off. Book 20 and you get an autographed book. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see if I do any more later today. Take care. Bye.